It's okay, Dad. We talked about it yesterday, how I do the cold and hot treatments.
Do you know what? They almost charged me $60 for parking. 这个是湿的，儿子去忙什么了？老二去忙什么？
I don't know. Mom, you have to keep an eye on Dad because he has a tendency to stand up by himself.
No. Okay, you watch that, okay?
Okay.
I'll get the things over.
Send me the checklist. I can take a look.
Dad, let's eat a lot, exercise a lot. This is exercise too. Coming out like this is exercising. And then let's get you starting to swim again, and then you can count the laps.
Okay.
Yes.
But before we swim, we'll just count how far you can walk every day.
Oh, hi, Donna.
Where was that?
Do you remember we were out here last night? We saw the super moon, remember?
Yeah.
So last night was the night that the moon was so close. You look good, Dad.
I guess cost,
Huh?
I guess cost at least $10,000 to bring a case coming from.
the helicopter.
Well,
Yeah.
I know what happened. The person in the helicopter, he was in a chair and then decided to stand up without any help.
Yeah.
And then he fell down, and then now they had to get a helicopter to get him.
yeah.
So-
that happens, Dad.
It's so important. It
happens all the time.
You can't stand up without getting our help.
Yeah,
even
people-
even for
people-
1 second.
People think they're ready to stand up and they're not. Here.
You can stand up by yourself, but just make sure we're there to just be next to you. Yeah, very sad. That person in the helicopter, he's thinking he wish he didn't stand up by himself.
He realizes now he made a mistake.
It was
too late.
Yeah.
I heard he was with the son, and he kind of got up quietly so he wouldn't get noticed. And then next thing he knew, he was on the ground.
His son turned around to look for the camera charger. And then
Mom,
Dad, you look good today. Doesn't he look good?
he's getting he has a rapid recovery. I said to Dad, I said, let's get you, I said, we can start you in the swimming pool, just moving around, and then he can do half a lap, and then he can do his 1 lap of swimming, and then he can do 3 laps, 10 laps. And Dad said, I'd like to believe it. That's what he said. So, and I was saying to Dad, I said, believe it, right? Because you always start with believing.
Yep.
You believe it first, then you can do it. Except the only thing you can't believe is getting up by yourself. That is not believable. That is.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
It is. President Trump said it is illegal to believe you can stand up by yourself. You have to have help first. It's an executive order from Donald Trump.
really?
You didn't.
Wow, Dad, you're gullible.
But these days with Trump, you can believe anything.
Yeah. Cannot believe President Trump.
Dad, I have to be honest with you. When I saw Trump got elected, I was very grateful you were alive to see that. Because nobody believed it. the world markets. Did you? I think the S&P, one of the trading got shut down.
Yeah.
It fell so much that they stopped the trading. I thought it was
The Dow.
The Dow got tripped.
Dropped 5% overnight.
They dropped 5% and they stopped the market because they wanted to freeze it. Wow, that was really close.
Straight like that, I got it.
The other day, that was funny.
Do you know Joseph?
Getting
Joseph
married?
has pictures watching basketball, a rocket
Oh, really?
right on the court.
Uh-huh.
He has a picture watching the baseball right on the court.
And
Joseph,
Yeah, that's Joe.
it seems like Joseph is very interesting. He has a picture of him in a private jet plane.
I know, Joseph.
There's-
Chung.com or whatever it is.
Joe has a picture. He's in a private jet plane.
I remember in high school, I remember Joe standing in front of the mirror and like making everything picture perfect of his t-shirt, his tight t-shirt to show the muscle, and I thought, wow, I didn't know that about Joe. And it still hits me. I did not know that about Joe. Like when I saw that, I found the private jet website before you did, by the way. I found it 3 days ago and I thought Joe died because he had, was not around. And then,
Well, I found it only because you said the website.
oh, okay. But his pose was really good, What he was doing was like,
Yeah,
I own this.
very, very natural.
I own this shit.
When I was in the airplane with him, he said, Cliff, we were sitting in the economy class. Did I tell you about this one? We were
Oh,
sitting.
yeah. He went to sit in first class, right?
and then they forced him out.
And then, got caught. And then the stewardess said, okay, we're gonna handle this two ways. One way is you just voluntarily go back to your seat. And Joe got up, he goes, well, let me just pay for it. I have my credit card, I'll pay for it. And she goes, and the second way, she goes, no, you can't pay for it. She goes, the second way is there's gonna be a problem once we land. And I said, Joe, let's go back to the economy class. I said, we're really sorry, let's go. And Joe said, no, Cliff, you stay here. And then he says, let me pay for it. I'm a frequent flyer mile, or something like that. I'm a frequent flyer or something. And then, but anyway, I got him and we went back.
So finally, you got chased out.
Well, yeah, it wasn't too bad, though. It was kind of fun. There was, when I was coming back from Korea, the whole flight from Korea all the way to, no, I think I was in Japan. Maybe there's a layover in Japan, but anyway, I was in Asia and still had the flight left to come back to US. And I went by, everyone was like stampeded to the ticket counter. And there was a huge line by the time. I just decided I'm not going to stand in this line. For some reason, I just made the decision I'm not standing in this line. So then I went to another stand that didn't have a line at all. And I said, oh, I need to get a connecting flight. And then the guy said, well, you're not in the right line for that. And he goes, and by the way, the connecting flight got sold out. He said all of the connecting flight got taken. And he goes, but I have a solution I think you'll like. And he just looked at me. He was like Asian and couldn't speak English that well. He just said it a second time. He goes, I have a solution I think you'll like. And I said, okay, thanks. And then guess what happened when I boarded the plane?
Put you in first class?
Yeah, they put me in business class. So it's free drinks, free alcoholic drinks, everything. And like they took such good, like you had your own personal lighting and the chair could recline so you could sleep. And I got to have that for the international flight. It was so nice. But I only got it because they ran out of space. But they ran out of space because I didn't get into that line.
You mentioned inside right hand. What's that right hand?
When Jenny and I took mom and dad to Paris,
Uh-huh.
we flew business class both ways.
So now you realize it was a good decision, right? Now you realize that.
Oh, I always knew it was a good decision.
Yeah, that was a beautiful trip.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every bit.
Me too.
Dad said he enjoyed every bit of it.
Remember that French castle, the Chenonceau? Oh, so pretty, like Disneyland.
Yeah.
There's a French castle cliff called Chenonceau.
Relax your hand, Dad. Relax your hand. You're not fighting. No, he just
You're like
no.
this.
He does.
Hold.
He does it all. Also, that's his. At nighttime, I always go take his hand and I tell him to. It's his thing. It's his thing. But Mom said I used to do it when I was a baby too. She said that I always used to clench my fists. So whenever I see Dad do that at night, I open it and tell him to relax.
Well, the cool effect is, far away, there was a half-broken castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the owner bothered is to use the rocks.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Yeah.
Austin, thank you. Listen, come.
Good.
Dad, in fact, I think that Donald Trump got the presidency for you. He wanted to prove to you that you can have an upsetting victory. It doesn't matter what the political experts, doesn't matter what anyone says. You can do it. Yeah.
Now he's in White House.
Yeah, the Republicans put a Democrat in the White House.
I think so too. I mean, he's already doing stuff where they're like, fuck, like that. Who he picked to deal with the Russian ambassador.
He blocked the AT&T Time Warner merger. He said he's going to block it. He said it's not good for consumers. That's not Republican.
He's already doing democratic
And then
decisions.
he took the Muslim ban off his website. He said he was going to ban Muslim immigration before, and the moment he got nominated, he took it off the website. And then
Took it off.
took it off the website.
In other words,
In other words,
Austin's
back off.
Austin's point is that Trump is doing a lot of things actually very democratic.
And he was a lifelong Democrat before he ran Republican. And then the Republicans wanted to stop him because they said he wasn't a real Republican.
We talked before, remember?
Yeah.
4, 6 years
Yeah, they
ago.
complained so loud. And then he also met with Obama, and Obama said it was an excellent meeting. And then
Obama's like, shit. Both of them are smoking pot.
Yeah.
They're just like,
and then
shit.
after the meeting, Donald Trump said he may not dismantle Obamacare. He may just make it better. He may fix it. He will fix Obamacare.
He's more liberal than Hillary Clinton. This was a man that understood the stupidity of.
America.
He's like, what can I do with these uneducated Rust Belt people?
Yeah.
Because the poll said the majority of people that voted for him was the uneducated.
He said, we heard about what James Chung said about the people in the middle of America, so we think they can be manipulated pretty easily. All we have to say is that the people down south are rapists, and then we will win. And he was right.
Can you imagine? A candidate said that.
Yeah.
I got into it.
But I'm glad you got to see this. See, Dad, it's so many benefits to get better and see
What
the
is-
entertainment.
Mama. What he's talking about,
Well, then we can be fired.
the big fence now.
He says he's going to build it.
No, he's already changed his words on it. You know what he said? He said he might build parts of it. He said he might put a fence in some places. And then Paul Ryan flat out said there's no fence that's going to be built. Paul Ryan said there's no fence. He already said there's not going to be a fence.
This guy.
And then all these people with the white hats are standing there going, what? That looks great.
Dad, did you hear what Oz said? What did he say?
He said, I'm great.
Yeah, you are great.
Mom, you're great.
My guest room is ready for you now. I threw out a whole carload of trash. It's good.
He's so good about throwing things out, but I can't do it.
Well, did you remember his story with Jenny? They told Tony, they said, whatever you don't think we absolutely need, just throw it away. And Tony was like, really?
And he threw everything away.
Everything got thrown away. Everything. He probably took half of it home, but that's still okay.
No. Tony has no space for it.
Oh, so
Tony's dream is to like have a room. He hasn't said this, but I know it's true. I think Tony's dream is to find like you know the movie about the Minions. You know how they like to find an evil master.
Oh, okay. Is that what they're looking for?
The Minions. That's what they want. And like Tony, he just wants to find a boss and just work for as a butler or butler/construction worker for the rest of his life.
Well, Renee needs that, but I think he's still a little expensive even for her. Yeah, but she found someone. She found like a recovering drug addict at church, and I think she's thinking about using him.
The work will not be Tony's work.
Well, I know that.
The house mom and dad bought, the guy David was bragging to me how he was paying his guy $20 and I paid Tony $28. And I saw his guy's work and everything he did was wrong, crooked, and
That's shitty.
Yeah.
Not usually works. Sometimes nursery will work. That doesn't work.
好烂的跟这两个。
Yeah, they're already saying like some of the decisions Trumps are making now is completely against not even what he said, but even what everyone thought he would do. So he's already. I think that fucker's just smart. I think
he's a marketing genius.
I think that he was doing the Apprentice show,
And realized.
and when he was like, "Oh, this is America," he goes,
Yeah.
"This is America,"
Yeah.
and he goes,
Well, people have always said that. The people who know him in his business dealings say that he is very good at reading people and what people want. So he knew what the middle Americans wanted.
And also, Michael Moore said that he said he wouldn't tell the sources, but he said Donald Trump had no intention of ever running for. He was just doing it just for a stunt, like to help his reality show. Even toward the end of the election, the news was all saying he stopped putting in his own money, and he didn't even. Trump was not asking for money anymore at the end of the election.
Yeah, I know, but the media can't get enough of it. He says one word, they're like all over it.
Yeah, they just.
You believe it? The first week, all the donation, he gave them to all his own family and own institution or business.
But if that's what Trump is thinking, though, in a way, he's right. It's like you can only fuck up your decisions so bad. It's like there's only so much you can do. You don't have to be a genius to be the president. Ronald Reagan used to take naps every day. Like the people criticized him. They're like, "How could you be the president of the United States and take a nap every day?" And that's what Reagan did.
Yeah, really.
Reagan understood. And Reagan and Trump both have something in common. They're both actors.
Yeah. Mom, you look so cute.
Yeah.
Because you have seen me like a dump for 5 months.
It's a very slow.
No one saw you like a dump, Mom. Everyone always thought it's very romantic the way you care for Dad so much.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it's just the best wife. Dad, you're the only patient I know that I saw that you always have someone here with you.
Yeah, so that probably would have been.
Well, he went through a hard time without family member around.
What?
When he was,
It was because of that experience that I had that our family adopted that policy.
Like this drop of love and everything, and it's just getting really low. It's not even the table isn't It was for the identification of
So, Dad, remember what we talked about? Believe that you're going to be swimming. Believe you're going to eat a lot and exercise a lot. It starts with belief. And then you start to do it.
And are you hungry at all? Do you want a little bit of smoothie? I can give you a cup of smoothie.
Not at all.
Okay.
I ordered lunch.
Yeah, order because Dad ended up not really eating breakfast.
Actually, afterwards,
Yeah, he ate a lot.
I used the berries
Yeah.
and the banana and the orgeat to make him another smoothie. And so he had 1/3 of his first smoothie. No, actually, really 1/2. And then he had the strawberry smoothie I made him with the lunch with breakfast.
So, is that a rebound breakfast, Dad? Is
Yeah.
that what you call it? So, is it a good policy? Let's just freak him out and have him throw up all the time. It seems if he's going to eat more, if he throws up first, let's just have him do it. Do you want to?
And I saw how much smoothie. So I feel so bad
About what?
because I walked in this morning and I was like, Dad, I heard you didn't drink all of my smoothie.
He came in the room and then I was sleeping and he just freaked out.
And
And
Dad was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I
said,
was barely waking up and I was just, what is going on here? Breakfast is here, but I don't see Dad eating. And I'm like, I was just barely woke up. I'm like, what? All I knew was that Oz was upset.
and I gave Dad this smoothie. I said, Dad, you need to eat. And he goes, I don't want to eat. And I said, Dad, you need to eat. And he goes, okay. And then he
Because Dad saw how upset Oz was
and I
and he
turned
tried to
around, I went
please
to
him.
talk to the nurse, and I came back, and then the next thing I knew, Dad had his whole smoothie in the lid of his breakfast. And then the nurse is freaking out about
The nurse is freaking out. Yeah.
stuff, and
Do you know?
the doctor's freaked out.
Do you know what Dad tried to do? He would try to get me to throw it away so you wouldn't see it. And I purposely wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, that was my fault. Anyway, from now on, there's another policy that Dad can at maximum drink only 1/3 of those large smoothies at a time.
no, no.
And then also be nicer about it.
no,
Don't worry, 'cause I got the message.
no,
That
I
was
think-
my lesson.
I think it's okay to let him drink more than 1/3. I don't think it wasn't today. What happened?
the
This
stress. I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I
So
know.
let him drink as
Yeah,
much as he
rub it
Early in
wants.
the morning.
Huh?
Early in the morning. Cold.
Yeah.
Dad tried to cover for. So he not only tried to get me to throw it away before he came back. You know what he said to the nurse while you were gone? He goes, "It's just because the smoothie was so cold." Dad kept repeating it.
Okay, well, I have to add something too. Last night, Dad was really not very restful. And so,
I thought that he got.
almost, no, they didn't give it. They said that the doctor didn't order it unless
Okay.
we request.
Oh, so he slept without morphine. Oh, that's good.
And then before 2 o'clock, I was up already too with him, and then I said, "Do you want to eat something?" And we ended up eating something. And I'm very careful. I give him a couple of crackers first, you know, and then I give him some warm water, and then I got your smoothie and fed him some of your smoothie, and he was fine, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And-
So
and
a
when he
little bit
said-
at a time.
When he said it was enough,
Yeah. I learned my lesson.
yeah, but
It's not a big deal. I already told you it's just trial and error. Let's say that Dad accepted it. Let's say that he frickin' ate the whole lunch tray and everything. Then that would be the way to go.
you know, in China we have one saying.
But at the end of it, I have to say I went, and then after Dad threw up and everything, I went to the fridge to put the other smoothies away, and I saw that Dad had actually finished most of the big, humongous smoothie, and there's a little bit left. I felt so bad. I was like, oh.
Oh, so he had been
I'm
eating.
such a bad person.
No, Oz, you can't be that hard on yourself.
I was like, Dad, I heard you didn't finish the smoothie, and then Dad goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And I went to the fridge later, and I was like, oh, you really did finish it. It was like there was like a finger width of smoothie left, and I felt so bad.
Oz, you don't have to be that hard on yourself.
Do you know what we were saying that if you work a lot, you make a lot of mistakes. You work a little, you make a little mistakes, and if you don't work at all, you don't make mistakes. But the worst of all is that you don't work and don't make mistakes. So
Yeah.
that means you need to work a lot and make a lot of mistakes, and it's allowed.
Okay, thank you.
Really.
Thanks, Mom.
Smoothie.
It's just that, you know, when other people make a mistake, don't get too hard on them.
Oh, it's not a big deal. It's just trial and error. That's all it is. Like I said, if it worked, we would have kept doing it. Then we knew that the way to do it is just basically military his ass into.
We are on watch though. Dad's white blood cell jumped a little bit, from 11 to 15. It's people can get like a virus or like little something going on, it can jump, but we just need to stay vigilant and keep an eye on Dad. But then again, like Dr. Darius said, you look at Dad and he looks pretty good.
So tonight, we're staying here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. It's good, Dad.
I feel pretty safe here.
Yeah.
So what is the, do we find out?
I think it's still cute, but I don't know.
I don't want to be a poser.
Yeah, pose for the camera.
This is one of the lessons, lesson 8. Take a look. Beautiful English, beautiful writing. Any time is a good time to start. Because although, that this year we are studying the book of John, but each unit is like brand new. You won't miss anything.
She really wants me to do Bible study.
Yeah, do it because
Thank you.
it gives you a chance to be to study and then
In depth.
not be with the people that cause you temptation.
Oh my.
So Cliff, what do you think?
About what?
Would you rather be sleeping here or that I sleep here and you sleep out there?
Yeah, just like last night. You sleep here and then I'll sleep outside.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I like sleeping under the round thing. It makes me feel
You know what you should do?
yes,
You should sleep out on the patio on that couch.
and then be like a homeless person.
Just
No,
got plenty of
patio.
blankets.
It's a beautiful
It was
courtyard.
beautiful. It's
Yeah,
like
and then
camping.
wake up with mosquitoes all over my face.
There's no mosquitoes out here. It's like camping.
Just watch and see.
Renee, what happened is it's not a home care, it's a palliative care. And then,
Oh, so what did they decide? So if they discharge you tomorrow, they're gonna send you where?
to Austin's house.
To Austin's
And
house.
They will provide, the insurance will provide
I thought only 3 days a week.
not 3 or 4.
And so then you guys are gonna have to do full-time care?
Huh?
You, Austin, Jenny will have to do full-time care.
Mom, make sure he doesn't fall. He got up. He got
That's
up
a
on his
lot.
own today. Like I turned around to look for the camera charger, and he just got up by himself.
He knows and he watches.
Yeah, he's like Roro. Really, we're now saying that he's like Roro.
Should we put the bed down a little bit for him?
Well, but Mom, wasn't that going to increase the blood clot risk?